would that be on the right of way?
I don't know why they need that turning.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think that was a stunt to go into lot number 6.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. Because they can turn around. They can put that back by their driveway.
Yeah, they thought it was going to go into the stuff there. So that the future owner knew that.
So it's easily adjusted?
You're just going to bring a radius around, and then if you need a turning area, you can do it up by a garage.
Well, they have, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Other comments before I go to the public? Well, let's go to the public. Okay. This I have it interesting. Okay.
I live over on Houston Road, and the last thing in the world we need is another driveway entering out on Houston Road. You hear that the police department only gives out so many tickets, so it's not a big traffic hazard, and so forth. The only reason it's not a traffic hazard is because the police don't patrol it. The only time you ever see a policeman on that road is when he sits down at the end in front of the electrical unit giving out tickets to the people coming along Maple Avenue. On Houston Road, you get people going anywhere from, I don't know, sometimes in the speed limit, you're getting 60, 70 miles an hour going up through there. Sometimes they go over in front of, what do you call it, the winter circle, and they go over the top of that hill and not touching the ground. When they come to the end of the road, they used to drive right across the road into the other field killing Pursuit's cows. I know you remember that? Pursuit lost a whole bunch of cows. That, and you get the motorcyclists that come down through there. They think it's the second Indianapolis. The last thing you need on that road is more exits onto the road. That road should tie into the main road coming out of the development, and to put it anyplace else is like asking for an accident going someplace to happen. It's just a case that it's a raceway, and the thing you all know that it's a shortcut going from 17A to Middletown, and there's a lot of traffic on that road. It's you don't hear about it, you don't see it, but I live and I can hear the cars going by. I hear the motorcycles going by, and you just don't need any more exits on that road. It's like an accident going someplace. Somebody will get killed just sooner or later. It's like down at the far end where you exit on the 17A. Somebody's going to get killed there sooner or later unless they put a light or some way of controlling it. And this thing here is absolutely no control on it. The police don't patrol it. They do nothing to control the road. And you've got enough places there now, and they're not blind driveways, but they're not far from being blind driveways. You got to take a ride on that road sometime and just look at it and see what the heck is there. Well, so my feeling is that if they want to empty out onto Houston Road, empty it out onto their own property, onto their own main road that comes down through there. What more can I say?
Okay, thank you.
Susan Schulmerich, I live at 50 Houston Road, directly across from the development that you're under consideration right now. I have offered the police my driveway to sit with their police car and watch the traffic goes up and down Houston Road. Not only is it the motorcyclists, the cars that fly up and down the road, the trucks that are going to the landfill, and the construction trucks that fly up and down that road. I nearly got my car hit this morning trying to get out of my driveway. My question to everybody here is, this driveway that's being proposed, will children be standing out there waiting to get the school bus? Because if that's the case, you are inviting a disaster. It is going to happen for certain. The people fly across that are going towards 17A over that crest, and you can't see my driveway. I think you're asking for a very big problem by adding another one in there.
What's the speed limit on Houston?
40.
And nobody goes 40. It's unheard of. And the police don't patrol it, and they're not going to patrol it because it's only a little short road, and forget it.
When I first moved to Houston Road, I could not get my mail delivered to my house because the post office said there wasn't 500 feet of sight distance from the top of the hill, or the crest of the hill.
Okay, but that does have 500 feet. That's in the
They show 520 or 530, I don't know what your revelation is.
Well, then the post office lies.
No, this one does. I don't know what yours is. I don't know.
I think where you're trying to put the driveway is like right across from my house.
So you go up the Winter Circle, they get hit up there all the time. When they pull out of Winter Circle, they come over the top of that hill, you don't see any place. And I had a friend of mine went in there one time, turned around, he missed my house, he turned around and come back down the road and he got banged. And that road, they go through there like they're shot out of a cannon. And the police aren't going to control it because it's a real hot rod. Everybody's in a hurry to get to work. Everybody's in a hurry to get home. And it's not just an occasional car going down there. You get cars going through there every couple of seconds. You got a car driving through there. It's a heavily traffic road.
At rush hour going to Boise? I can't get out of my driveway some days.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Diana Lupinski. I own the farm next door to Goshen Properties. I am very much against this driveway. I've lived there for 18 years. I've seen the traffic increasing every single year by 100-fold. I know that Susan couldn't get mail where she is. I know that the school buses actually are picking at my house and next door to that, even though it's on the other end where it's all open, because they're very concerned about the traffic on that road and they didn't want my son to cross the street. Now, if you go to the other end, where this property is, on the opposite side of the hill is where my father-in-law lived, on 21 Houston Road, which is now my property. I can't tell you the number of times that I've looked left and right and left again as I start pulling out and almost got killed. And the sight distance there is even better than this property. Where this driveway is supposed to go, the road is very, very narrow, it's very, very steep, and the berm there that he's going to have to cut through is very high. When I stand in that spot, it's over me, and I'm 5'9". So he has to really substantially cut into that hill in order to do it. And also, it was my understanding that those three houses went in there with the shared driveway, and that's why they didn't have the 300-foot frontages, and they didn't have it in the scenic overlay area. So I just would, respectfully request the board to please consider the people that live on that road, the people that deal with it every day, to please keep that. I know that he stated last time that he wasn't able to sell the houses. In this type of environment, nobody can sell houses. So he doesn't know for a fact. Maybe if you lower the price a little bit on the property, he'd sell it. But I'm really, really concerned about it. I really appreciate your help and everything you can do. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, fine.
It's on.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm her husband. Everybody's laughing. They must know. Anyway, I took the liberty of calling Judith Bressler, who's the director of the New York Planning Federation, and explaining the situation to her. And she had some major concerns, safety concerns about traffic and sight distance. One of her comments was on sight distance that this is going to need a lot of clearing, and that's going to be a major impact on any visual aesthetics that are going to be there. Also, she questioned the speed. I mean, the posted speed is one thing, but what people really do is something different. As that
that's your wife going now.
As the chief of police, testified to in that letter that he sent. You have sight distance that's based on, I don't know what it's based on, obviously. Mr. Garling in his letter wrote that sight distance should be like 10 feet beyond the white line of the proposed driveway, correct, Ed?
Yes, the sight distance is measured normally at 10 feet from the edge of the roadway.
And that would be someplace possibly within that berm.
Yes.
Yeah. So 520 feet, it was measured from where?
The 520 would be measured from a person sitting in a car 10 feet back, the person is 10 feet back,
Yeah,
not the car. But
understood.
the person is 10 feet back
So the car,
on the edge of the road.
right.
And they're looking out, and there's 4 different sight distance locations. There's the car